Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley, physical therapist, life coach, and health coach. And I'm here tonight to tell you about six things that you are very likely doing that will cause you to feel older and look older. And nobody wants to feel older, and we sure don't want to look older. So I hope you'll listen up. Hey, Kathy, thank you for joining me. And listen fast, okay? Because it's going to be quick because I've got a Zoom video with my group as soon as this is over at 8:30. All right, so 6 things, practices, and these are things that I see people doing all the time. And how do I know that? Because I did these things. And people that join my challenge, I've helped over 1,000 people. They tell me they were doing these things and how much better they feel when they change these things. All right, so the very first one at the very top is, and the reason I put this first is because I see it every day. People eating chicken fingers and French fries, okay? And even chips, like at the Mexican restaurant. They're eating chips that are fried in these hydrogenated trans fatty oils. And these are so very unhealthy for your body. They literally, here I've put my glasses down somewhere, but I'll find them. They literally, so these are like chips and dips and muffins and cereal and all of these oils. So here are the oils that I'm talking about. Soy oil, cottonseed oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. And there are others, but those are the main 4. And you're going to see those listed, you know, in crackers and everything. And then not only that, we fry things in them, okay? So these are rancid oils that clog up your cell, they clog up your system, okay? So it's kind of like having rust on your car. And I see people saying they can't get on the Zoom. It hasn't started yet. It doesn't start till 8:30. And they turn into unhealthy stored fat. So so you don't want those in your system. You just really don't. And when I think about, you would never put bad gas or bad oil in your car, and because you want your car to last a long time and you want it to not sputter and blow out black smoke and all that. So why would you do that to your body? Why would you do that to your body? So this is how we choose. We think about fuel in our body for success. So so just remember that. All right, so trans fatty oils. All right, the second one is high fructose corn syrup. And it is in everything. It is a sweetener, and it is so cheap to make. That's why it's in everything, because it is so cheap. It's just a cheap way to sweeten things. And high fructose corn syrup is related directly to diseases like diabetes, hypertension, high blood pressure, high triglycerides, inflammation, rheumatoid arthritis. I had a client just yesterday say, you know, since I've been on Nancy's challenge, I am not having my rheumatoid flare-ups anymore. And my fibromyalgia, she said, I just can't believe it. I'm like, well, believe it, because when you start fueling your body properly and getting the toxins out of your body, and sometimes it takes a while, but most people really within the first week will say, I'm off my stomach medicine. And I'm like, yep, that's what happens. Hey, Alexis, good evening. Good to see you. Okay, so those that are in my group, remember at 8:30 we're going to jump on a Zoom call. So this isn't going to be long. Okay, so that's the next one. And so think about all the things that you'll be able to decrease if you eliminate or limit the high fructose corn syrup, okay? The third thing is refined salt. And you think, well, gosh, I thought salt was something we need. We do need salt. And it is a myth that salt makes your blood pressure go up. It does not. It is the sugar and the high fructose corn syrup, especially fructose, that makes your blood pressure go up. And how do I know that? Because all of my clients, within a week and a half, if they're on blood pressure medicine, their blood pressure starts dropping and they start feeling weak, and they have to call their doctor and tell them, look, I'm feeling weak. My blood pressure's dropping. Even though they've been on blood pressure medicine, when they get the sugars and the toxins out of their body, their blood pressure starts to drop. So here is the salt that you want. You want real salt. And why am I saying that? Because this real salt, if you can see there in the bottom, this is about empty, it has little brown flecks in it. And what is that? Those brown flecks are the trace minerals that our body needs, that the iodized salt is stripped of. It's not in there. And that's what's wrong with America, is we have processed things to the place and added back things that are just not healthy, okay? So get you some real salt. You can order it from Amazon. You can't find it in some stores, but you can order it from Amazon. It comes in 2 bags, and then I just put it in this. I don't even know. I got this at Food Line or Food World. They have it there for some reason, and they may have it at other places, but this is mined in Utah. And actually my son visited this mine and met the people that run it. It's a family owned. Yep. Okay, so refined salt. So processed meat, that's going to be number 4. Processed meats and processed foods like processed dairy, extremely pasteurized things, those things are going to have toxins in them, like nitrates, and we don't want those in our body, okay? We want good quality meat. So read your label. Boar's Head is a good brand to have that doesn't have so many toxins in it, so many nitrates in it. But you got to learn how to read your labels and look for those toxins. And just because it says on the front of the package that it's healthy or natural or whatever, you got to flip that thing over and you got to read those labels, because the food industry can almost say anything, and they don't care how sick you are or how fat you are or how bad you look. They don't care. They just are trying to sell you something. So you have to be, I say the best doctor you have is the one inside of you, okay? And the other thing I'm going to say is my medicine cabinet is my refrigerator and my grocery store. That's where I go to get my prescriptions for my good medicine. And so don't be putting these bad medicines. You think about this. You wouldn't go to the pharmacy and say, give me something that's going to make me feel bad. You wouldn't. Now, you may be taking some things that make you feel bad because of some of the disease you have, but you would never go to your refrigerator and say, let me see what I can get that'll make me feel bad. You want to get things that make you feel good, okay? All right. And then number 5 is dehydration. People are really, really dehydrated. You don't even realize how dehydrated you are. And a lot of it is because of these rancid oils and the things that we're putting in our body. So you really need to be drinking. And first thing I do in the morning is I do my apple cider vinegar in about 4 ounces of water. And then I drink 2, I think they're about 20 ounces of water. So I drink about 30 ounces of water first thing in the morning, because your body really works while you're sleeping to heal itself. And so you need to hydrate first thing in the morning, okay? And then, of course, I have my bulletproof coffee. All right. Okay, so dehydration. And then I'm going to throw this last one in. This is not food at all. Sleep is not food. But I'm like, I just got to say it. You've got to get some good food. You've got to get some good sleep. I was just on the phone with a young lady, and she said, well, I'm up 3 or 4 times a night with the dog, letting him in and out. And I'm like, well, that dog is your best friend, but that dog is killing you. You've got to really figure out how to get good sleep. And we'll talk about that another night.